There is something sitting in your home right now, something you look at every day, something you never think twice about, something that may be slowly damaging your cat's kidneys. It is not a food. It is not a chemical. It is not something you bought by accident. It is the water bowl, or more specifically, what is in it, and what it is made of. One cat owner described it this way: "My cat was perfectly healthy at 7. By 9, she was in kidney failure. My vet asked me one question I had never once considered. What kind of bowl does she drink from, and how often do you refill it? I had no answer. I had never thought about it." Kidney disease is the leading cause of death in domestic cats over the age of 7. And the way most owners provide water to their cats is quietly contributing to it. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why and what to change today. The problem number 6. Your cat wasn't built to drink the way you think. Before we get to the bowl, you need to understand something fundamental about how cats are designed. Cats are not natural drinkers. This sounds strange, but it is one of the most important things a cat owner can know. Veterinary physiologists have documented that domestic cats evolved from desert-dwelling ancestors who obtained the majority of their hydration from the prey they consumed, not from standing water sources. As a result, cats have a naturally low thirst drive compared to other mammals. They do not feel thirsty until they are already in a mild state of dehydration. By the time a cat actively seeks water, her body has often been running below optimal hydration levels for some time. This is not a quirk. It is a design characteristic that makes water provision critically important. Think of it this way. Your cat will not tell you she is thirsty. She will not pace to her bowl the way a dog does. She will simply go about her day, quietly, while her kidneys work harder and harder to compensate for inadequate hydration. Most owners assume that because their cat has a full bowl available, hydration is handled. It is not. Having water available and drinking enough water are two completely different things. The problem number 5. The plastic bowl is doing more damage than you know. Look at your cat's water bowl. Is it plastic? If the answer is yes, this section is urgent. Research published in veterinary dermatology and feline health journals has identified that plastic water and food bowls develop micro-scratches with normal use that harbor bacteria, biofilm, and chemical residues that are extremely difficult to remove even with regular washing. Bisphenol A and other compounds found in many plastic products can leach into water, particularly as the plastic degrades over time. Cats, who groom extensively and ingest whatever is on their face and whiskers, are exposed to these residues in a way that compounds over years of daily use. There is something else about plastic bowls that most owners never consider. Whisker fatigue. Cats have extraordinarily sensitive whiskers, sensory organs that detect even subtle air pressure changes. A bowl that is too deep or too narrow causes the whiskers to press against the sides during drinking. This creates low-level sensory stress that many cats avoid by drinking less, or by only drinking from the very edge of the bowl, where the whiskers clear the sides, leaving the majority of their hydration needs unmet. Your cat may not be rejecting the water. She may be rejecting the discomfort of reaching it. What kind of bowl does your cat drink from? Tell us in the comments. Ceramic, plastic, stainless steel, or something else entirely? The problem number 4. Still, water is the problem, not the solution. You fill the bowl, you leave it. You refill it when it looks low. Maybe once a day, maybe every couple of days. And your cat walks past it more often than she drinks from it. There is a reason for this, and it is hardwired into her biology. Feline behavioral ecologists have documented that cats instinctively associate still stagnant water with contamination, a survival response inherited from their wild ancestors, for whom standing water near a food source was often unsafe to drink. Moving water, by contrast, signals freshness and safety. This is why cats frequently show interest in running taps, dripping faucets, and water fountains while ignoring a full, clean bowl that has been sitting for hours. One owner noticed her cat would only drink from the bathroom tap. She assumed it was a quirky personality trait. Her vet explained that her cat's instincts were working perfectly. The cat was avoiding the stagnant bowl and seeking moving water instead. The quirk was not the cat. It was the bowl. A cat who consistently avoids her water bowl is not being difficult. She is trying to tell you something important about her hydration, in the only way she can. The problem number 3. The location of the bowl is making things worse. Where is your cat's water bowl right now? Near her food? In the kitchen? Somewhere convenient for you? In feline terms, that location may be the reason she is not drinking enough. Research from the Indoor Pet Initiative at Ohio State University's College of Veterinary Medicine found that cats show significantly higher water intake when their water source is placed away from their food bowl, ideally in a separate room, or at least several feet away. In the wild, cats instinctively avoid water sources near prey or feeding sites, as these locations are associated with contamination from carcasses. Placing the water bowl directly beside the food bowl mimics exactly the type of water source a cat's instincts tell her to avoid. There is a second location issue that compounds this. Cats are deeply uncomfortable drinking in locations where they feel exposed or unable to monitor their surroundings. A bowl placed in a corner, against a wall, or in a high-traffic area forces the cat to lower her head and lose visual awareness while drinking, a position that triggers low-level threat monitoring that makes drinking feel unsafe. The bowl is full, the water is clean, but the location is telling her, this is not a safe place to be vulnerable. Move the water source, away from the food, away from the wall. Somewhere she can see the room while she drinks. Watch what changes. The problem number 2, chronic dehydration and what it is quietly doing. Everything in this video, the plastic bowl, the still water, the wrong location, leads here. Chronic low-level dehydration. Not dramatic, not sudden, just a slow, quiet, daily deficit that compounds over months and years. Veterinary nephrologists, kidney specialists, have identified chronic dehydration as one of the most significant modifiable risk factors for feline kidney disease. The kidneys require adequate hydration to filter waste products from the blood effectively. In a cat who is consistently mildly dehydrated, the kidneys must work harder to perform the same function, and over time, this sustained effort contributes to the gradual deterioration of kidney tissue. The damage is cumulative and largely invisible until it reaches an advanced stage. This is why kidney disease in cats is so frequently described as a silent condition. By the time a cat shows obvious symptoms, increased thirst, weight loss, reduced appetite, lethargy, kidney function has often already declined significantly. The disease did not begin when the symptoms appeared. It began years earlier in the daily accumulation of small hydration deficits that no one noticed. Your cat's kidneys are working right now. The question is whether they are working with adequate support, or working alone, compensating quietly in a body that is not getting enough water. The problem number 1. What to change. Starting today. This video is not here to make you feel guilty. It is here to give you something you can actually do. And the changes that make the biggest difference are simpler than you might expect. The American Association of Feline Practitioners recommends several evidence-based strategies for improving feline hydration, providing multiple water sources in different locations throughout the home, using wide, shallow ceramic or stainless steel bowls that accommodate whiskers comfortably, placing water sources away from food bowls, refreshing water at least once daily, and considering a pet water fountain which provides the moving water cats are instinctively drawn to. Switch the bowl. Replace plastic with ceramic or stainless steel. Wide, shallow, easy to clean. A bowl your cat's whiskers never touch the sides of. Move the bowl, away from her food, into a different area of the home. Somewhere she has a clear view of the room while she drinks. Add more sources. A second bowl in the bedroom. A third near her favorite resting spot. Multiple options throughout the home dramatically increase the likelihood of consistent drinking. Consider a fountain. One owner switched to a ceramic pet fountain after years of her cat barely touching the water bowl. Within a week, her cat was drinking visibly and consistently for the first time. Her vet noted the improvement at the next checkup and asked what had changed. The answer was a €40 fountain and a different location in the living room. That is it. No medication, no special diet, a bowl, a location, and running water. Your cat's kidneys will thank you in ways you may never see. But that does not make it any less real. The bowl has been there all along. Filled, ignored, refilled, ignored again. And your cat has been doing what cats do, getting by quietly, without complaint. But getting by is not the same as thriving. Today you know what most owners never find out until a vet appointment tells them something has already changed inside their cat's kidneys. Change the bowl. Move it. Add another one. It takes 10 minutes. It costs almost nothing. And it might be the most important 10 minutes you spend for your cat this year. If this video made you look at your cat's water setup differently, please share it with every cat owner you know. It might be the most useful thing they see today. Subscribe to Cat Code ReleVADED. Here every week for the things your cat cannot tell you herself.